who's, pretty big fetus, because she's kind of big now, she just gave me, well, I didn't, she's a swimmer, like athletically, she's very beautiful. My sister's very beautiful. What can I say? Anyway, she gave me the stiff arm because I was about to come out, and then she like kicked me out of the way, and like I feel like I felt that throughout my whole life. It's just like my sister kicking me when I do something wrong. So at least that's good. So we're here at King's, and who here is visiting, or who here is kind of a tourist? Anyone, or are we all locals? Are we all locals? Well, we got Qalil, he's a tourist, LA guy. I'm a tourist. I mean, I've been visiting here since January 19th. Anyway, I'm also a surfer, so there's some language about surfing that you all need to know. Chach is the wave, and yeet is you. So whenever you're out there, start just saying, "Oh, that's some nice chach out there." That means good waves. And then yeet is like if someone like really just went ham on a wave, you say that person yeeted that wave. My friend and I came up with it. It's slowly starting to catch on. Anyway, so Queens is the surf break out there, and I just have the worst interactions with the locals. They really get territorial out there. They will straight up tell you to just kind of go F yourself and go to the other break. You suck. And it happens. So I don't really get what's the big deal. They don't own the ocean. That being said, they're from here and they can kind of do what they want. It is what it is. So what's your guys' deal back there? You guys, you seem like a happy crew. I'm just...
Totally.
What, you guys live here?
Yeah, we live here.
Okay, cool. What part?
Right down the street, Qalil.
Okay, Kapalua. Nice. Very cool.
Yeah. Where are you from?
Santa Cruz, California. Okay. Yeah. So, not from here. Well, I do have, let's see. In my job, I work for Oracle Corporation as like a business development person. And one of the things that happens is I have to call people all day and email people all day, to the point where I kind of might annoy them. So if y'all think getting rejected on like first dates is bad, I get rejected every day on first dates, it seems like, through my job. So I get rejected for a living, and I'm getting used to it, which is nice. The other day I was on one of my, I was prospecting into a customer, and I called her, we had a nice, she was like an IT personnel VP. I call her, and we had about a 2-minute conversation or whatever, and I forgot to ask her something, so then I'm like, oh, I gotta call her right back. What happens? I'm immediately blocked. I can't reach her anymore. She blocked me right after that first 2-minute conversation. So, it's not fun being a business development IT sometimes. Matt, how's the scooter business? Sorry, did I get your... Okay, no. It's pumping? No. I don't know. Okay. Sounds like you're working hard. Good for you. Good for you, man. Good for you. Yeah. Well, I'll leave you guys with this. Hope you're enjoying your Friday night, and God bless. Thank you. I'll give you back to Qalil.
Keep it going for my boy Peter G. Okay, cool. We're gonna get your next comedian up in just a second. We're gonna talk to you guys about something.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys remember when you were? You guys remember when you were a kid and yet you went to like an amusement park or a water park or whatever, and you weren't tall enough to get on the rides. You know, you were like too little and they wouldn't let you on. Not that guy, obviously. But you know what? And then you remember that moment when you went back a little bit later on and you were tall enough and you could finally, what was it, 48 inches or something, you could finally ride all the rides. That was like probably the greatest moment, you know, as a kid. You're like, wow, I'm finally gonna ride all the roller coasters, it's gonna be amazing. And then you grow up and you're 5'7", and every girl is like, I need someone who's 6 foot taller or better to ride. With that, I'm gonna bring up your next comedian. Give it up for Cameron, please, everybody. Give it up for Cameron!
I mean, I can sympathize. I'm fine. Definitely got to be at least 6'2" to ride. Sorry. So I just need to like make sure before I go into this set. Does anybody in here have kids? Sorry. Does any of you work with children? Good. All right, excellent. Because it's the worst thing I've ever done. I used to be a swim teacher. And being a swim teacher made me want to smoke. I never had a smoking problem. I had a children problem, right? I would get into the pool. I'd spend 8 hours in a pool with 3 and 4-year-olds. And that's probably the only situation in my life where I've had the situation of being able to look at it and say, oh, that's a screamer, and having it be a bad thing. But we get 3 and 4-year-old kids coming in just absolutely crying. And there was nothing worse than the kids who thought that they could tell you how they wanted to be taught. Like, I'm sitting there, it's like, buddy, it's 4 p.m. on a Friday. Your mom took the rest of the other moms from your class out to get rosé across the street. You are in my hands. This is swim class. You can shut up of your own volition and learn, or I can drop you. It's like, at this point now, it's stuck in my head. Every time I hear a screaming child, I'm just like, man, can somebody baptize that thing? It's like, take it. 1, 2, and 3, face down. Here we go. Swim classes all day long. I'll give them to your kids for free if they're screaming on a plane, I promise you. I ended up quitting that job, and I took what I had, and I took a trip out to Ethiopia. Not for any particular reason. I picked Ethiopia because I was curious what an uncolonized African nation looked like. I was a little surprised to find it was Christian. I was just like, man, the Dutch never got here, but Rome did. It really did conquer the world. But while I was there, I was hanging out at an internet cafe one day, just trying to apply to jobs back in San Francisco, figuring out what the hell I was going to do. And this Australian guy walks up to me in the internet cafe and says, hey man, are you looking for work? I just made dead eye contact with him, looking, just like, no, I'm just looking at really weird porn, you know? I did eventually end up picking up some work for him. I did not ask nearly enough questions. You know, from a modern day perspective, it was a very short interview. He asked me whether or not I could carry 40 pounds. I said yes. And he asked me whether I was good at not asking questions, and I said yes. We ended up moving about 240-pound crates across the border from Addis Ababa into Somalia. This was 2014. For those of you who aren't aware, there was a civil war going on. And while moving those crates, I was told they were full of bananas, and I have never felt less like a child on Christmas than moving these boxes. It's like, nope, those are bananas. Logically, I know, those are AK-47s packed in hay, but don't open a box, Cameron. It is not December 24th. You will go to jail. I ended up spending a week in Somalia while they offloaded their cargo, and that was the one piece that took away my plausible deniability when the Australian called me on a burner phone and told me, yep, we've offloaded all of our stuff. I'm like, we brought ripe bananas. How did they last 7 days in Somali heat? She's like, don't worry about it. We told you we'd get you out. I was dumb enough to think that after that I could just go hop on a plane, go straight home, booked a plane home. 4 days later, I'm on my way back to San Francisco. Plane lands at Heathrow Airport in London, and I'm looking to get across the airport. And I had my first ever run-in with European police. I was not expecting them to wear smaller bike shorts than the men in San Francisco. I thought that was a uniquely San Francisco experience. They're like a 1.5-inch inseam. They come up to you, and you've got these British cops that can walk up to me. They're about yay big. It's like, sir, we need to take you in. We're with Interpol. I'm just like, Who are you calling sir? I'm half Chinese. At 19, I looked like I was about 12. I mean, like 12 years old on steroids, but I looked like I was about 12. But they sat me down, and to this day I can still laugh about it because I was arrested by European cops, not American ones. I sat down in an interrogation room in an airport, and for 6 hours somebody came and checked on me every half an hour to see whether I was comfortable or not. They brought me tea, they made sure I got fed, they helped me rebook my plane, but all they really wanted to know was, did I open any of those damn boxes? If so, do I know what was inside? Do I know what's inside? Officer, as far as you're concerned, no I don't. But yes, I'm familiar.
Gotten a couple accolades.
Lately I've been walking around like I'm a swim teacher again, athletic shorts or swim trunks and a tank top. And with all this rain, that means that there's a few situations where I'm walking around looking homeless. I was walking through Chinatown the other day on King Street. Everybody who lives here, you know exactly where I'm talking about. Right past the drugstore there. And I'm just dripping wet. I've got my inflatable paddleboard on my back, so I look like I'm packed up, like I'm backpacking. And I'm just soaked. And a homeless man walks up to me and tries to offer me $1, and it dawns on me in that moment, I look so homeless that the homeless people feel bad about my lack of an umbrella. It's like, you know how damn bad you have to be for a homeless man to be like, no. You need this $1 more than I do. I did experience, I thought that I experienced it all with homeless people, right? I'm from San Francisco, I've been to New York City, I live in Denver now. I experienced a homeless man with a taser for the first time the other day. And as much as that sounds like it should be a traumatic experience, it really wasn't. Like, he's just in the rain, sitting in a puddle. And I guess what the thought process in his head was just like, you know what, crack's just not doing it for me anymore. Today, I am an electric eel. Like, I'm just walking down King Street and here, I'm like looking around, I know what a taser sounds like. I've seen them, and there's just a guy sitting in a puddle, tasing the puddle. Like, what does it take to be like, no, heroin's not cutting it for me anymore. I need 50,000 volts running through my body. That's gonna get me that high. It's gonna do it for me. It's like, that was a new experience. I haven't seen him since. I'm supposing that the HPD is not too friendly about homeless people with tasers. Hopefully they helped him at least not tase himself to death. That would be ideal, because that puddle would be really useful for some of the screaming children on my flight there. I'm gonna give up the rest of my time. You guys be great.
Yo, keep it going for Cameron, everybody! All right.
I'm gonna keep this thing going. We're gonna bring up our next comedian to the stage. He's amazing. You've seen him around the island plenty. Give it up for Ian Shippen, everybody. Give it up for Ian!
Thank you. Give it up for King's Pizza. Yes. Yeah. And give it up for America. You guys don't like America? You're Canadian? That makes sense. I'm a little too high for this, so we're gonna make this nice and short, guys. Is that cool? Yeah. All right, cool. I think my computer caught a virus because I was watching too much porn on it. It has Windows HPV. Thank you. Yeah, that's good. I don't know what's new with me. Guys, any smokers in the house, guys? Smokers? Yeah, smokers, good stuff. I'm a smoker, and I think smokers get bad raps, right? Like, I party with comedians, and I go over to their house, and they're high, and they're rolling on Molly, or snorting coke off a crack horse, and I bring out my cigarettes, and they're just like, whoa, sir, you can't smoke here. It's a family home. Don't smoke your cigarettes. I had to go to the store to buy a lighter, and the lady behind the counter is like, oh, all the lighters are the same price, which one do you want? And then she's like, wait a second, I know which one you want, big boy. And she hands me this lighter with half-naked hula girls on it. She's like, here you go, this is the one you want. And I'm just like, how sexually frustrated do I look? That you don't think that I can wait to get home to watch Pornhub. She had me this lighter with half-naked hula girls on it. And who goes into ABC store and is like, give me the lighter with them titties on it? Doesn't make sense. I gotta quit smoking, guys. I don't know why I said that, but I do. What else did I want to talk about, guys? I was hanging out with this girl, and she was cuddling up with me, and she snuggled up a little bit closer, and then she's like, Ian, you make me feel safe. It's like, how? Why? Like, safe? Like, what am I, Basin Tag or something like that? Like, if we're walking down the street and some guy's trying to kill us, she just latch onto me and be like, I'm on base! You can't touch me, and the guy be like, oh shit, I gotta go, she's on base. No, we're gonna get raped and murdered, both of us. We're gonna die. It's gonna be terrible. And if I fall on the ground at any point, I'm pretending to be unconscious. How safe do you feel now? I'm an only child, any only children in the house? No? I'm the only child. Alright, that's cool. I think when you're an only child, you're either an unwanted accident or a wanted mistake, right? Like, my parents planned for me. It's like planning a trip to Disney World for 9 months, and then you get there and the rides are all broken. Everything's overpriced. And it just seems kind of gay. Like, I think my parents thought that I was gay growing up. They would always cover my eyes during sex scenes in movies, but only when dudes were naked on screen. Like in Titanic, there would be a 2 whole minutes of topless Kate Winslet, absolutely nothing. But when she's getting it on with Leonardo DiCaprio, she's like, cover your eyes. I'm like, okay. That's stupid. I was actually at a show though, and this lady was heckling me, and she was like, are you gay? And I said no. And she's like, but you have such feminine qualities. So do I? If any of you ladies here think I'm gay, meet me in the bathroom about 5 minutes. I'll show you how gay I am. I'm not gay the shit out of you. And that's the 3 minutes that I should have done at the tournament on Wednesday. The fucking motherfucking tournament. Thank you, Max. This mother. Did you guys all go to that fucking game? That goddamn tournament? First judge was like the guy that sold tacos to fucking Jose in the food truck outside of his. The second judge of comedy was a lady who had cat pictures on Instagram, so she was an influencer. And the third fucking judge was Miss Hawaii. She knows a lot about fucking comedy, right? Kenny got number 1. Fucking number 1 little bitch. Alright, that's all I got. I'll end it on that note. Let's bring our host back anyway.
Hell yeah, thank you, Ian. Thank you. Alright, next up to the stage is going to be Whit. Everybody, welcome Whit. Welcome. Let's go, Whit.
Yeah, Whit.
You can do it.
I like your shoes.
What's it there for? What's it there for? Jeez, okay. Hey, my name's Whit. Some people call me Whit. Some people call me Whit. Some people call me cunt. Some people call me cunt. Hey, I'm not really a cunt. Like, it's one of those backwards nicknames, you know, like when you call a fat guy Skinny Joe, or a fat guy Skinny Joe, or skinny guy Fat Joe. Are you paying attention? Anywho, I don't know how total strangers know my nickname. Anyway. Been doing comedy for a while now, and yeah, they told me I need to work on my stage presence, so here I am, present on Mushroom's fine stage. How am I doing? Yeah, some guy came up to me in the last set and was like, yeah, you're pretty good, but you need to work on your stage presence. And I was like, well, nobody fucking asked you. So maybe you should work on your all-stage presence. So everybody loves me. Yeah. So I'm married. To a real nice guy. She's an amazing guy. He must be, I'm a lesbian. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not a lesbian. But yeah, I had to get married because I was sick of the hook laughing. I was sick of fucking fake laughing just to get a man in the sack. What's that about? Ladies, if you fake laugh, you're gonna pay for it. Little PSA for the night. But yeah, my husband's a real nice guy, real amazing guy. You know, they say like, nice guys finish last. They do, but nice girls like to do it on their face. You gotta find a nice girl. You gotta be a nice guy. Anywho, I'm a substitute teacher, and I'm not very good at it. I'll tell things to the kids like I'm just not a disciplinarian, you know. I'll say things to the kids like, y'all better shut up, or a real teacher's gonna come in here and we're all gonna get in trouble. Hey. Well, yeah, I'm a sub, and yeah, I'm really not good with being an authority figure, you know, an authoritarian. I don't like the power dynamics a lot. I mean, I got such a problem with power authority that I'll roll up to a stop sign and be like, fuck you. How dare you? Tell me. Most of the time it works out. But anywho, I don't like being a power authority. But I've gotten good at it through 5 years studying now. We got really good at it. Like, turns out I'm really good at it. I'm really good at being strict. Like this kid came up to me the other day, smart kid, he was like, Miss, you're tyrannical. Tyrannical, alright. I didn't know I was that good at being a dictator. Wow, don't even have a dick. I thought it was a requirement. Yeah, some MRA freak walked up to me when I laughed at when I did that. He was like, you know, women can be dictators, assholes too. And I was like, yeah, now you're getting it. Give me a beer, bitch. He did. Got it. How much time do I got? 4? 4 minutes? Oh, wow. How much time do we get? 6 minutes? 10? Hot dog! I'll speak. I should just speak faster, but anywho. Shit. Yeah, fuck you! Your mom don't have to do all 10.
Let's go, Will!
I love that. I don't know what she said. I don't know if I want to know. Man, you know? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not one of those feminists. I don't even believe in the patriarchy. You know how I know? Because I asked my dad. And I asked my uncle. He said no. Then I asked my good guy friend, and I said, the patriarchy really said no. Then I asked my mom, and she said, ask your dad. I don't know what we're freaking out about. I like to smoke pot. Yup. I really wish I had just smoked pot. it was one of those fucking vape pens, so I don't know. I'm not like a dabber. I'm not into that. Like, God, just be content. Anyways, I like to smoke a lot of pot, and some of my friends don't smoke pot, and they come up to me and they ask, "Hey, Whit, you smoke pot? Does that make you paranoid?" I said, "No." Why? Who's asking? But yeah, it don't make me paranoid. Nah, I just have cool thoughts. I mean, I was having a thought like, they say don't think twice. Then how many times are you supposed to think? I thought once. And then I realized it was just 3 times. So I have really high thoughts like that. And then thoughts like, why is the sky blue and the grass green? And is this my hand and who am I? And then I remember I algorithm, therefore I am. Get back on the phone. I like to fuck with the algorithm. I'll go and make a new social media account and I'll be like, I want to follow Trump and AOC and CNN and Fox News and something extremely liberal and something extremely conservative. I like to fuck with the algorithm. They don't know what the fuck to show me when I do that. And show me naked women. This fucker's trying to fuck with us. I wish I had some water because I have cotton mouth from that stupid vape pen. That weed. I got a water bottle. Okay, I'm getting a little light. This guy's tripping out over here, power tripper with his rules. Just kidding. I just met that guy. Anywho. Fuck. Where do I leave for the last joke? I never know what the last joke should be. So I'll just talk to these pretty ladies over here. Pretty ladies. Okay, I'll live long and prosper.
Yo, give it up for Whit, everybody! Whit, your phone. All right, let's keep the energy going in here, everybody. Come on, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up!
You guys ever think about back in the day before like cars were popular? You think about when everyone rode a horse. You ever think what would happen if like, you know, 2 guys riding a horse got into an accident? And like one guy would be like, man, I hope you have that thing insured, and the other guy's like, I think mine's total. All right, we're gonna bring our next comedian up to the stage. Everybody, it is Nom. Don't tell your uncle.
How's everyone doing tonight? I got a little cooler in here. This shit was hot as fuck when I walked in. So this is my second time doing open mic. Yeah! So, you know, my first time doing it is like, you know, I'm kind of like a, you know, artsy kind of guy. So I like to compare shit, right? And I say, the first time you do open mic, it's like sex, right? First time you have sex, like, it's exciting. You go up there, you maybe last a couple minutes, you know, and, you know, you do it once, you're probably not very good at it. You do it enough, eventually you get good, right? And then you like to try new shit. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't, right? So that's how I feel about open mic in general, like sex, except, you know, you can fail. But anyone in here go to school? Oh shit. You know, college. Alright. Well, Maybe this joke works, maybe it doesn't. Anybody work in corporate America? We got 1, 2, 3. That's the statistic for graduation, right? Anyway, you know, people was like bitching about like, oh, I want to go to school, I want to be in school, I want to be around people, you know, like I don't want to be remote and go to class through Zoom. And I was thinking like, when's the last time you heard of a school shooting? This year. What? No, it don't happen, right? So like, I'm just thinking like how Zoom literally saved America, right? Like there's no school shooting, and you know, to be frank, like I kind of like being at home in my boxers for work. Anyone of you guys work remotely? All right. You want to go back to not being remote? You know, the best part about being remote is that, cause I used to work in corporate America, right? So, well, I'm in Hawaii now, so. But you would have to put in your dress shirts, get in your car, drive 30 minutes, pretend like you're friendly with your coworkers, be fake as fuck, till you get your paycheck, till you pay your bills, and your college student loans. But now, I just wake up, take a shit, hop on the car, and I'm ready to go. You know? So I went to church about 3 weeks ago. Anybody believe in God? 1, 2. It's like the same statistic. 3 out of like 20 here believe in God. 3 out of 20, you know, go to school and graduated. But yeah, I don't believe in God. Like the last time I went to church, I didn't have hairs in my balls. So, but my friend here, he invited me to go to church in the North Shore, and I decided, you know what? I kind of want to split this Uber, you know? And I'm like, fuck it, I'll go to church, free food, whatever. So we walk in there, and I kid you not, it was windy and raining, and the pastor was looking me straight in my eyes. He was like, and the topic for the seminar, whatever they call it, was God will discipline you, you know? And every time this guy looked at me, he was like, you gotta believe that God loves you. He loves you enough to discipline you. And every time he looks in my eyes, the fucking wind would blow and the whole building would move. And like, I'm thinking, oh shit. Like, I'm a sinful motherfucker, so. But yeah, church, and it's like, I couldn't say that I didn't believe in God because everyone there was an evangelist. So if I said it, they would have sit me down and, you know, asked me like, why don't you believe in God? And I'm like, you know, yeah, I mean, look at the Middle East, shit. But yeah, so that's my first time going to church in a while, probably my last time, right? Let's Pete want to split another Uber. First time again. Went surfing today, and I'm like a black person. I'm not very good in the water. Sorry. I can't be racist. I'm Asian. Shit. Whoa. You know what's funny? Like, when you're in the mainland, 'cause I'm from Florida, right? It's like everyone's the minority and the white folks are the majority. And then you go to Hawaii and it's like the inverse. You got like 90% Asian folks and like 10% whatever. And everyone thinks you're Hawaiian just because you're Asian, you know? Same way like everyone thinks, you know, you work in IT because you're Asian in the mainland, or you play basketball because you're tall and black, you know? So, yeah, but back to my story, I went surfing today, and I'll leave you guys with this. I was surfing, and I don't even know how to swim, you know, because I'm a risk taker. And then the surf instructor was like, "You know how to swim?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I know how to swim." And then I'm thinking in my head, "Oh shit, I'm hoping he's not taking me out in deep water because I said that, you know?" But so I already paid for this shit, so I'm like, if I tell him I can't swim, he's probably not gonna take me out. And we went out in the water, and this guy is like 55, whatever, and he's paddling, like he's moving, and I'm over here literally paddling my ass off, and I'm not even moving half as fast. And like, you ever been so tired you just give up? Like, I'm literally, he's like, paddle, I'm like, dude, I can't paddle anymore. But yeah, that was my time surfing, and you know, I'm probably gonna go tomorrow again, and hopefully I can keep up with this guy, and also learn how to swim. So, all right, guys, that's my spiel. Thanks. Go to school.
Damn, man! Kill him! Hell yeah! Alright, guys, I gotta tell you something. You guys have chores? Like, when you live with your family, you have chores? This one time, I remember my mom came in my room pissed. She was so mad at me. I didn't understand why she was upset. And then I looked down at my tissues and my lotion, and I realized, like, oh, that's not what she meant by weed whacking. Alright, listen, we got a great comedian come up for you next. Our good man, Nick Makowski. Here we go, Nick, give it up!
What's up? What are we doing? My name is Nick. I always wonder what my name meant, so one time I looked it up. Nick means a visual representation of a mistake. Yeah, apparently there are 2 Nicks in the condom that night, and neither one have been appreciated since. Oh, man. Did you know for that you to be born, your dad had to make this face? Then 9 months later, you came out, probably making a similar face. I've had a lot of jobs in my life. The last job I had before I left Hawaii, I was a security guard at Louis Vuitton. So if you ever tried to steal something from Louis Vuitton while I was working, then you stole something from Louis Vuitton. I'm not gonna stop you. $12 an hour? No. My job is to observe and report. Like, what happened? The guy stole that purse. What do you look like? A criminal. I don't know. Moving on. I have 2 little sisters. I'm the oldest of 4. I have sisters that are 9 and 13. Growing up in my house, we could never say the word vagina because apparently it's a no-no word. So my mom would always call my little sisters privates their nay-nay. So now every time I hear that song, like, let me whip, whip, watch me nay-nay, I just hear, let me whip, whip, let me little vaginas. My mom, she's like really southern West Virginia. Get in there and wash your nay-nay. Get out. Save water. Sex is weird. I always like to talk about sex. I hate when I'm watching sex on like a movie and these people like just got done having sex and then they like roll over and it's so awesome. It's like, no, that's not what really happened. What happened? There's so much goop and glop and shame in the air. At least the way I do it. 'Cause like, in a moment, I go for it. Then once it's over, I'm just like, man, I probably should have asked her before I licked that. Everyone, it's 2020. Everyone's a sexual freak, but you have to ask first. It's the only way. I hate when I see that and it's just like, no, it's not what it's like. Somebody, which is 100% always the man, is going to get a towel to wipe up the goop and gob. That's what I'm saying. I mean jizz. That's what I mean. It's just like, and then we're done. We roll over. I don't think sex is too romanticized in the movies, right? And it's been a little bit for me, and I feel like I'm losing my sex muscles. Like, whatever muscles do this. You know, because I go to the gym, I never like did this during sex, I've never like done this during sex, I never did this during, actually I didn't do that with her, but she was crazy. But I feel like I just need like a machine at the gym that just like works whatever these muscles are. Like, you know, actually fuck that. Make it like a Dave and Buster's game. That'd be a fun date, right? Go to Dave and Buster's, there's like a light on the front and a light on the back, and you gotta keep up with the lights. Like, yeah, baby, check me out. And you hit it, and the machine just comes, tickets just shooting out. You just pick up the tickets and rub them all over yourself. Like, yeah, bitch, I made that happen. And then you go home and severely disappoint her. At least in my book. Oh man. What else did I want to talk about? I've been in Hawaii. I was on quarantine for 10 days because I didn't go to Walgreens. I went to an actual hospital. But I could have just went to fucking Walgreens. But I've been here for 10 days. I've done more coke in the last 10 days than I've ever done in my whole entire life. Every one of you motherfuckers has a baggie on you right now. I know for a fact. It's just like, it doesn't snow in Hawaii, but it does fucking snow in Hawaii. Alright, I think that's it for me. Guys, have a good night.
Yo, keep it going! Alright. Yo, up next we got my main man Niko on the stage. Give him a round of applause. Niko, get up here! Yeah! I'm sorry, dude, I don't remember your name. What's your name, bro? Zuko. Zuko number 1. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. Qalil. Yo, give it up for Qalil. Dude, honestly, hosting this shitty fucking open mic sucks. The last time I snapped at somebody by the end of my fucking hosting. Yeah. So give a round for him again. One more. Yeah. This isn't for me. This is not for me. I don't deserve it. Ugh. Who likes sex? Yeah. Fucking. Who likes fucking? You like fucking. I feel legs, girl. I know you down to fuck. You know what I'm saying? Girl, your titties hanging out. I know you love fucking. I know you do. Mike, where you at? Mike Rayo. How much you want fucking lately, bro? How many girls you spent lately, Mike Rayo? Don't worry about it. Put up those fingers again. It was 4 fingers. Mike Rayo's getting laid. Even Mike Rayo likes fucking. Oh. Yeah. Take that. Don't be so proud. You're not one of the 4, are you? Mushroom? Mushroom? You better not be one of the 4. Oh, you better. Oh my God. Honey. Honey. You better not be one of the 4, Mushroom. Come here. Don't run away from me, Mushroom. No, stop.
Run, Mushroom, run!
Okay. Dude, Mike's pretty old too. With his old ass dick. With his old ass dick fucking. Mike, how old was the last girl you fucked, Mike? 22! Mike Rayo! Give a round of applause for your host and for Mike Rayo. And the 22-year-old pussy that he had sex with. Who knows how long ago? She might be 23 now. Who knows? I don't know. Yes, okay. Sex, though. That's what I wanted to talk about. So, I was thinking about it earlier. Okay, have you guys ever had like sex with a girl? For the guys, or if you've had sex, ladies, for the ladies too. Have you ever had sex with a girl to where you like looked at her and you were like, yo, this girl looks like a freak. This is gonna be the best sex I've ever had in my fucking life. You've been there, Eddie. You've been there. See? Okay, and I was thinking about that today. If you ever had that girl who looks like a freak, and then she gives you the worst sex you've ever had, that would be like the most disappointing thing ever. Okay, this is my comparison, okay? The girl who looks like a freak that fucks bad is the same thing as a 6'4" black dude with a 2-inch dick. Did you enjoy that dick? No. Okay? No, you didn't. Because that dick was little, and you thought that big black dude was gonna have a 10-inch dick and was gonna fuck your brains out. That's what you thought, Mrs. Legs, okay? Because that's what I think, you know. Dude, and that's, okay, if it's a chick that doesn't give you good sex, when it's a shitty sex, I don't know, whatever. You know what I mean? Anyway, black dick, something about a big black dick. And pull my zipper so you don't see anything. Yeah. Okay, has anybody been with a Mexican girl before? Mexicans? Yeah? How was it, Max? Really? Oh. Why? Oh, okay, so she didn't know what she was doing. Okay. Alright, so I was with a Mexican girl once, and I know this is stupid to say that I'm disappointed by this situation, but when I had sex with this Mexican girl, the best sex I've ever had in my life. But she was one of the craziest girls I've ever met in my fucking life. Okay? And the worst part about this situation is that 6 months before that, my roommate had a girlfriend named Qalil. It was this white girl who literally every time she got drunk, this was how she would talk to you. It was like,
Wait, what? Hang on, because you said like before, because like after you were gonna say like before and after, because like there was something. What was it? But shh, because you said you were gonna tell me. Because you said you were gonna, but you didn't. Because like whatever, but like what was it? What were you gonna say?
and that's what I had to hear every time I heard Qalil, okay? And it was so bad that me and my friend Christian, when she wasn't there, we literally used to say, hey, is Cretard coming over? Cretard! We called her Cretarded. Because she was fucking retarded, okay? She was so dumb. And I made so much fun of that retard that 6 months later, I went and found myself one of the most retarded people that I've ever met in my fucking life, Jenny, this Mexican girl. She might have fucked well, but I was disappointed because of our relationship. Because she was so retarded, okay? She was retarded. Thank you, that's my time. Yeah, keep it going for Niko.
Alright, we're gonna move this thing along. We got our next meeting coming up. Give a huge round of applause. If you're outside, come inside. Let's have some laughs. It's Max Lehman!
Yeah! Come inside if you need a tan, because I reflect all the lights. What's up, everyone? Thank you so much for staying, even though you were almost sexually assaulted out of the room. Really great. It's wonderful. Great that all of you who didn't get walked out of the room stuck around. Thank you very much. Today's March 12th, 2021. I flew here last year on this day. Woo! For a 10-day trip to stay with my sister in Eva Beach. 4 days later, I got an email from the owner of my company that I worked for. Not just like personally to me, I'm not special, this company my email. And basically he said, well, all right, none of you are fired, but tomorrow everyone reading this email should file for unemployment. That was the gist of the email, and then I was stuck here for 4.5 months. No one felt bad for me. Can I tell you that? Is anyone shocked? No one felt bad that this happened to me. Dermatologists maybe felt bad for me a little. But then you're thinking, are dermatologists real? Are they even people? Dermatologists, are they people? Find out tonight at 11. What? What are you... Don't distract me with words. What is this like weird shaka?
My mom was a dermatologist.
Oh, that's what you want to say. Okay, rich boy has a doctor for a mom. That's funny because my mom pursued her dream of being a part of pyramid schemes. Different households. Different households. Anyway, moving on with my day. Yes. No one felt bad for me, and I'm like, but they don't have good bagels here. Like, no one cares. You're in Hawaii. But I miss New York pizza. You're in Hawaii. These are the sacrifices we make. You know? And then, like, the neo-Nazis said, nobody asked for their opinion, but then the neo-Nazis said, did you know bagels are a Jewish conspiracy to make the white man lazy and fat? A normal bagel's worth 6 slices of Wonder Bread. I don't know what neo-Nazis sound like, so to me they all sound like Boo Boo from Yogi Bear. That's like, you know, we all haven't had to hear Trump's voice in like weeks, and like that's all I hear now is, we need to build a wall. Great wall. Lock her up. Why doesn't anybody like me? Yeah, that's what that is. And then Aryans, you know, they actually tried making bagels once, and you know what they got? Thomas's bagels. Yeah, that's Thomas's bagels. You need us. You need us Hebrews and Shebrews to make bagels for you, because you know what you get if you don't? 8 packs of edible cardboard. Ring shaped. But yeah, I got stuck here for 4.5 months. 3 months, I was back on the mainland, and then Inside Dining in New York City shut down again. So my sister was just like, come back. So the first year of this pandemic, I've spent most of it on this island. That's right. Okay, thank you. The enthusiasm. You're here. Why are you jealous of me? You're here too. We're all here right now. You understand that? It was actually crazy. In April of last year, I got really sick. Both my sister and I, we got really sick in April. And the thing is like, I remember like on a Friday, we're at Costco, and my sister like warned me that today wasn't gonna be a good day for her. I'm like, why? And it's like, well, I'm on my period, and I have diarrhea. Okay, you know what? I could have gone the whole rest of my day, the rest of my life without knowing that. But now I had to go through that day knowing that, and now everyone here gets to go through that day knowing that. However, the next day, I also got diarrhea. And I thought, oh my God, did I just get my period? Am I a woman? Is this what it's like? I don't know how to maintain any of this. I'm fucked. I'm gonna start a bakery with all the yeast infections I have. It must be called Beast of the Yeast. Okay. But yeah, but we got other symptoms of that. I had the chills, I had fever, I was like shaking and trying to like watch King of the Hill on Hulu, so just like every 3 hours, just, dang it, Bobby, just, you know, just going through the shakes. And my parents were begging us to go to the hospital. Naturally, we all thought we got the COVID, you know, COVID. Everyone says Rona, I'm like, no, I'm gonna get that bitch new thing. Anyway. I look up on the CDC website all the symptoms that they have for COVID, and like everything checked out except the diarrhea. Instead of diarrhea, including diarrhea. Diarrhea was there. But then they were like, wait, well, maybe you don't have that, maybe you have the stomach flu. I'm like, oh, okay. Did you know the stomach flu has the same symptoms as COVID? In addition with paranoia that you might have COVID? Did you know that? Turns out that's what it was, and like that was a shock to me. Because like, did you guys know there are other diseases other than COVID? Like even during a pandemic, we shouldn't be this close to each other. Oh my God, we're gonna get each other sick. But if I was gonna die from a stomach flu, it's a good choice to do that shit during a pandemic, because instead of, you know, it being another statistic, I at least get the like excuse of knowing that my tombstone won't say died of shitting his brains out. So eventually we got better. I'm here now. We're all here. I have my mask in my pocket. You know, you've been very smart. I don't know how you think of me at all because this is like perfect around your face. I hear the chuckle. Okay. Back on you. Back on Team You, baby. But yeah, we got better, and like, you know, my sister, we celebrated being healthy again, like, you know, everyone usually does when they're done being sick. We got boba, and we listened to NPR, because, you know, we're fucking liberals. That was weird. That was so, oh, wow. Okay, I'm still from the mainland, I guess. Anyway, listening to NPR, and I swear to God, on this news like interview, they're interviewing like a guy who's ex-military, and the journalist is asking him, well, what do you think would happen if they tried to use COVID-19 as a bioweapon against the United States? And literally, I swear to God, to this day, I swear this is what I heard this guy say. He said, well, if other countries tried to weaponize COVID-19 against the U.S., we would simply report that it didn't work. It's like, yep, it's all part of the U.S.'s defense system. Ha ha ha, you can't get me. Na 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 na. Which is actually an adaptation of our own Soviet missile defense program, which was ha ha ha, you missed. Na 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 boo boo. It's so dumb. Thank you guys for like entertaining. Do I have 2 minutes or 3 minutes? I got 2 minutes? Okay. I can't do that one thing I wanted to do. Oh well. I'm gonna look at you. Got kids, Qalil, or you're just like here?
No, I wear condoms.
Hell yeah. I don't wear condoms either, but they take pills, you know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know. Did you know that there's a birth control pill now for men? Like, men can take a pill instead of the women, which, listen, I'm all for free the nipple. But I'm also, I think that's a great idea because I think it's better to stop the train from leaving the station than letting it arrive at its destination and then trying to tell people, you can't get off this train, just stay where you are, you know? Just like a smarter way to do things. But like the birth control pill for men, like, did you guys know that there are side effects to this thing? It's amazing. I just found out about this. The side effect is that there's a chance it'll change the color of your cum. But you don't get to choose which color it changes to, obviously. However, you do get to go take a quiz on BuzzFeed to find out what that color says about your personality. Red is blood. Red means call your doctor. Red is blood. You know, I didn't need to know that, but I'm very glad that I know that. How about that? Thank you. All right. So I'm going to end this like how I've been trying to end sets here, which is I'm going to cut a wrestling promo right here in front of y'all, improvised, with any suggestion. And since you were sexually assaulted earlier, I'd like to give you the option of giving me a word, any word, but please don't say sexual assault, because that's just, I can't go back to prison for words again. So. Rules? Rules.